I'm going to sit backwards.
Oh, wow. You're cool.
This is pretty good, actually.
I'm very lucky to be here at Park City High School.
Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Oh, just in time for our national anthem. If you would join us at home in honoring our country with our national anthem here in Park City. So they're having a little technical difficulties with the microphone down at the desk. So Hiram's going to sing for you.
As good as that sounds, I believe that responsibility falls onto you and you alone.
They're just welcoming the Wasatch Wasps to the shaft here in Park City. That's something that they like. We play in the nest at Wasatch
Play in
and
the
Park
shack?
City play. They got the shaft, the mine shaft.
Shaft. Ah.
Their mic system is not working at the moment, and so they have a guy at the table just kind of
Speaking,
shouting out as loud as he can.
speaking of shafts, Park City got shafted last game. They lost to Wasatch, I believe, by a deficit of about 10, if I'm not mistaken. A little more than that.
Yeah, it was a little. I mean, it was a close game
For a while.
for a while. Wasatch was able to pull away at home to extend that to a double-digit lead. I apologize at home. We're kind of trying to. I got my headphones on. I'm trying to hear what they're saying at the table to see. Looks like they're going to play a recording of the national anthem. All right, folks. Hopefully that's the only hiccup we have here tonight. We should have a good one with Region 8. Park City hosting the Wasatch Wasps. Wasatch is coming off of kind of a up and down the last few games. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one kind of a thing. They're playing well. I like what I see, but they have a couple troubles on the road with Springville last night. Now they're on a rare back-to-back night in high school ball.
Yeah.
They're wearing the gold uniforms, as you can see.
But I mean, if that trend continues, that on again, off again, we'll probably most likely see a Wasatch win here because they lost their last game, right? So
right.
If that streak continues, expect a win tonight.
And now we'll have our starters for Park City. Also, while I have you, just before the game starts, I apologize. I'm going to do my best. We're kind of short-handed on staff here. We're doing the girls' game at Wasatch at the streaming now. The same place if you just go to the girls' page. And then we've got a crew over here doing the boys' game because they won't allow many patrons into the game to watch, and they're not streaming here at Park City. So we decided we'd take the opportunity and help them out and come over and stream it for everybody to watch.
For sure.
But we got it going on the road. We have a little bit of different setups for our scoreboard and score cam, scorebot stuff. So I'm going to be trying to do some
Multitasking
commentary as
usual.
well as running a scoreboard overlay for you guys at home manually.
And as we start off, jump ball. Looks like the ref is getting a little into it, as well as the players. Refs are loosening up here. And
all right, I'm excited about this fight.
Oh, yeah.
The Park City Wasatch rivalry is deep and long, and it doesn't matter where you play, here, there, or in a neutral site. It's a heated rivalry. Both teams play a little bit better than they usually do.
Yep.
There's the tip. Park City's able to secure that.
Save it from going out of bounds. Long tip off there. Very much a volleyball-ish spike there. Park City with the ball, driven around, probing. And that is number 3, Mitchell Lind.
Mitch
with
Lind.
the nice little layup there.
I like to see him aggressive right off the start. He's really strong at doing that, but sometimes settles on jump shots instead of getting to the rim. And it looks like Park City's going to start out in a 2-3 zone as well.
Yeah.
Kind of plug up the middle here. And
I mean, you see Wasatch passing the ball around, just trying to find a little bit of a hole, trying to
being very patient,
do what they can. And it looks like that's a travel on Jackson Anderson. I mean,
sometimes the best defense isn't getting a steal or
is just sitting there waiting them out.
It's forcing them to turn it over. You don't have to take it away.
Yeah.
You just got to make them make a mistake.
Exactly.
And that's what they did right there.
Park City coming down.
Oh, they had numbers for a second. If Tabarachi would have seen.
Yeah.
Wasatch going man to start out, a high pick.
I mean, you have Carson Tabarachi, pardon me on that one. He's a very big for a point guard. You see him on Hawk, very big guy. Switches around positions, pretty.
Looks like they went into a man back on that. So they might try like a zone on a make and a man on a miss.
There's a replay of that first point. Mitchell
first
Lind.
take.
I mean, great layup, very aggressive. And here we see Garrett Windsor shooting 2 at the line after getting fouled on that layup. Jackson Anderson, Hawk Ballstead, getting coached on that sideline by Coach Ballstead.
Oh, I am sorry. I forgot I was doing the clock again. I will get those. I'll keep you up to date here.
Garrett makes both, and we're tied 2-2.
What I was going to say is early on in a game like this, it's really important for your team to feel out. I'll start the clock as soon as it gets going in here. I ran it for a while, but it's really important to get the feel of how a referee is going to call a game. Yeah. Whether they're going to call it tight, whether they're going to let you play a little aggressive. And so that last takedown of Wasatch getting that call might be a sign of how they're going to call it, and you adjust your game.
Wide open shot there for Park City. Turns out to be an air ball. And we see Lind driving in, passing back. And
keeping it alive
is an anonymous player, number 13. Don't have him on the roster, with the nice little layup.
Yeah, I believe he's a move-in, if my memory serves me correct. Wasatch swinging the ball really well. I like Cole at the high post.
Yeah, we like to see that big man down there. Not really. Yeah. Jackson with a nice 3, just short. Garrett with the tip in.
Nice
beautiful
Garrett
play. My
Garrett
goodness.
Windsor, I apologize. That was a beautiful, just enough soft touch.
That was beautiful just to get that tip in. Got the hide over his defender, and just no need to come down with the ball. Why don't you just do it all up there? Very beautiful.
Yeah, I think Park City had that rebound had he not. Cole's trying to draw a charge on Tabarachi, and the refs are going to let him play on.
Windsor sees Ballstead wide open. And he's fouled on that 3. That'll be 3 shots at the line. That is Maxwell Alford committing the foul.
Let's see that again. There's the sweet tip.
Sweet, sweet tip.
That's where he's wishing he could dunk and just cram that. That'd be beautiful, right? Top 10 play of the night there.
Jeez. That might even have a chance for a little bit of a Sports Center action right there with all the downtime we got. But yeah, Park City looking to sub in number 21, Adam Spink. He's sitting there. I mean, Park City's a little undersized. If you look at all of their guys, none of them are really all that big as far as height is concerned, but a lot of them are pretty small and scrappy. A lot of them can fight with you, and I'm really impressed by Tabarachi so far. Just seems like he can really hang with any size of player, almost like Draymond Green, where he doesn't really.
Tabarachi's one that could play any position you want to put him in.
Exactly.
You want to put him down low, he's got the strength and the muscle to fight with you. But he's got the skills, the handles to run point guard if he wants.
Yeah.
Mitch looking for a quick hit.
Lind in and out, almost robbed of a 3 right there. Oh, wide open 3 for Colin Hughes. Couldn't quite get it. And Park City on the fast break. In and out.
Good look, just off the mark.
Got to take your time on those shots. You can't be too rushed, especially when you're that open.
Yeah, I'd like to see him in transition, like attack right to the rim.
Yeah.
Instead of settling for a jump shot.
Medium.
Get a call out of it. Get a look at it.
Passed into Cole Mag, who almost loses possession.
And a quick double team down by Mitch. Looked like he walked there. Yep.
Yep. That's a travel by Jackson Anderson. Almost looked pretty cool, but we saw that extra step, and so did the ref. Score right now, Wasatch 6, Park City 4, with 4:22 on the clock.
And while we've got a break here, let's look at this play again. A little floater in the middle.
I mean,
great take, and that's
play.
Right. Go chest to chest on those instead of pulling up. And Cutter has that size disadvantage where he feels like I'd love to see him work on his game on getting a step, take that up, get the defender in the air, and then step through.
I mean,
fully capable of doing it.
Yeah, something that Park City should be worried about, though. Over the past 5 games, Cole Magnuson has averaged 2 blocks a game.
Yeah.
A very impressive stat line. He's getting better as the season goes on as far as
and he's staying out of foul trouble.
Defense, right?
He's able to stay in the games and get those blocks.
Oh, yeah.
He was a huge game impact last night against Springville.
Yeah.
Even the ones he wasn't blocking, he was changing those shots just being in there.
Just being right next to him. But so, I mean, with Park City being a little undersized, they got to watch out for Cole Mag right in the paint as they miss a 3, shoot another one, and make it from NBA range. That is number 2, Cutter Lapine.
Cutter Lapine, great little shooter. That kid's always been a gym rat and can shoot from anywhere. Can't give Park City extra shots like that, especially if it's going to Cutter if you're Wasatch.
I mean, Cutter Lapine is really a small kid out there. If you look at him, he just feels smaller than he actually is. That might be.
That hit the strap. That should be out. But they're going to count it.
We have Lind here probing down over to Lapine. Park City just running a little sweep and roll action. And there's Lind.
There's a nice take. And doesn't get the call,
out of
but
bounds,
it does go out of bounds.
Wasatch, so Park City gets possession. 3:29 left on the clock in this beautiful first quarter that we have right now.
Park City's taken it out right underneath their hoop. I love to see what teams can do on a baseline out of bounds. Good teams will score every single time on those.
Yeah.
You want to have a good set on your inbound.
Good play right off the bat.
Sorry, I missed the clock again. I apologize.
Yeah.
I'll get you caught up, though. Both teams have gone back to a man look. Deep shot by Mitch Lind.
I mean, another deep shot from Park City. And
awesome shooter.
Drained.
Yeah, if they shoot well like that, it could be a really amazing game between these two teams because we know Wasatch is capable of shooting well.
Yeah.
We've seen them night in, night out, hit those shots. And little full court pressure. Looks like they're sinking back to that 2-3 zone that we saw early, which if Wasatch is able to get penetration like Hawk was there, that leaves, it'll collapse, and that leaves the shooters to kick out in the corners, Colin and Garrett.
I agree with you right there.
I mean, make sure you cover your shooters for sure.
You got to just probe that 2-3, though. Can't be too aggressive, but can't be too conservative on that either.
Yeah. And if I'm Park City, I'm happy with that possession. You got the ball into Cole Magnuson. Contested shot. You get the board. Nothing easy, nothing open, right?
Wow, great.
What a step by Carson Tabarachi.
Whoa, great pump fake. And there we see just the athleticism. Got Cole Magnuson off of his feet.
That's my boy.
Got him right out of there. Wow, Jackson Anderson wide open from 50.
Yeah.
That's his shot right there.
And that's, if you're going to that 2-3, that's what you can't give up.
Yeah.
Like, that'll pull you out of a zone so quick. You can't leave the open shooters. You got to. Jackson Anderson is the leading scorer on the team for Wasatch.
Yeah, Jackson Anderson actually has a 43%
Can't leave
shot
him.
from 3.
Carson answers with his own 3 as we catch up on the score here. Hopefully, yes.
But, I mean, like you were saying, though, pulling out of his zone. Oh, there's
No pressure.
Tabarachi
There's
with a
Tabarachi's.
beautiful tip.
Yeah.
Almost stole the possession there.
Now Wasatch has an advantage.
Ooh.
Unable to capitalize.
In and out shot there by Colin Hughes.
Nobody's picking up Mitch, and Mitch is going to spin into the lane. Yeah, a little walk. Little extra contact. I don't think he was anticipating that. Let's get this clock back to where we are.
Yeah. I mean, though,
stop.
as of right now, we're watching this replay. You just have a nice little pro by Park City.
There's the penetration. It collapses and kick out to your shooter.
Yeah.
It's kind of a 1-2-2 look on a 3/4 court press, half court press.
Interesting look here, though. You see Tabarachi, who's just kind of leaning back. We saw him jump about 3 feet last time.
Yeah, that kid can get up. And that's why they put him up at the point here, because he can deflect that switchback, right?
Park City trying to get that jump ball.
They got a shooter, Joe Wonder, in the corner.
Oh.
Little miscommunication and throws it out of bounds.
Almost nailed one of the Park City spectators there. Not quite. Joe Wonder just hoping Garrett Windsor would stay in the corner. He didn't, and
I'm curious to see if they go last shot. With a lead going in to the end of the quarter.
Holding it for 50 seconds is a lot to ask for any team. And I bet Wasatch will probably...
Oh, there's the... Yeah.
Yeah. Park City will probably get this last shot in the quarter.
I like that matchup if you're Park City. Carson, I mean, single him out and let him go. The kid's...
Ooh, great move there by Jackson to shake the double team.
They're going to leave the shooters. If Wasatch can move the ball quick like this,
Jackson,
they have 2
wide
open shooters.
And there's
and
another
he knocks
3.
her down.
Right on from Jackson and Anderson. 15-17, Park City leading. Their coach telling them hold for that last shot. 10 seconds left on the clock. I mean, it's really, you just want to hold.
Yeah. This is where I either post him up, Tabarachi, or drive. Here's Wyatt, a great shooter, finds his spot. He likes that shot, just doesn't go down.
Great job from Wasatch to prevent the rebound. Great job by Park City holding on to it for that long and getting a nice shot for their shooters. Yeah. End of the first quarter here. Score Wasatch 15, Park City 17. Looks to be a pretty close game so far. It looked like that way in the first game that we played. However, the final score was a little, shall we say, separated at the end.
And I think the advantage here goes to Park City. They were able to control the tempo of the game for this quarter. Wasatch likes to run and gun and get up. If Wasatch never got a sink on defense, it felt like. And that happens, and that's a benefit when your offense, as Park City is scoring, you're able to get back and get your defense set. When you're not hitting your buckets, you're a little scrambled and getting back.
And I mean, Park City with a lot of smaller players. Oh, let's watch this play right here. That's just Tabarachi doing Tabarachi.
Getting down to the post and just muscling him in the paint.
With all of these smaller players, though, they're better at shooting threes, right? And so at the end of the day, on Park City, you have a more 3-focused team. You know, Tabarachi's really the only guy that can get up there as far as jumping goes.
And it looks like I was trying to watch Coach Ballstead as he is coaching the team down there in the huddle. From what I could see, the emphasis is to get the ball in the paint and drive at the basket is what it looks like he's looking for.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they're able to do that. It looks Park City's showing that 2-3 zone again, and they do that for that purpose, to take away the penetration. So, but we've seen they've had a lot of success kicking it out to those shooters on just like this.
There's Jackson. Almost gets it to go again. Park City driving in, passing out. There we see
good ball movement.
Great ball movement.
Great ball movement. Here's the trap. Can they find him?
Good job, though, by Jackson Anderson to limit what they have.
Yeah. Great ball movement. I'm not seeing. There's a long 3 by Spink. And another offensive board by Pod Millsap. Yes.
Park City with the open shot. Another air ball by Park City. Breckenbone.
And again, they had another offensive board if they hadn't fouled. Wasatch has got to do a better job of boxing out if they want to limit these possessions. You can't let any team just get shot after shot after shot, you know.
I mean, there, Brecken Bowen just got nailed in the face with the basketball right under the rim. Wasn't expecting the air ball. And whammo, if I'm right.
So here's that half-court trap. Tabarachi's out, so they've got 13. I apologize. I don't have a name
this
for him.
mystery player. I think we're going to nickname him Jeff for now.
And he sinks in it. Cole's having some trouble as they triple team down on the big. He is able to muscle it away, gets a foul call out of it. That's going to be the clock's showing third team foul on Park City.
Third team foul for Park City because you had the
Maybe
three kick out.
Fourth team foul and 0 on Wasatch at the moment.
Good job by Wasatch to stay out of foul trouble, and not so great of a job by Park City to stay out of foul trouble. Refs are conferring right now.
I'm not
really
sure what they're talking
about. Maybe whether or not the Garrett Windsor 3 should count or not.
I'm not a very good lip reader, apparently. I was trying to see what he said. So it'll be a baseline out of bounds for Wasatch under the hoop. And Cole Mag clear up at the top, and Brecken Bowen down low. So they're going to a 2 big lineup with a high-low action and 3 shooters with.
And I mean, I really like Joe Wonder as their 6th man. He's
a stud,
very athletic, very good shooter, and really just everything you want in a player. Colin Hughes gets that outside 3 shot.
And a foul on Brecken. That was a good look. That was a great look by Colin. They got the ball to the high post, which I like to see, and he kicks it out to Colin when that defense collapsed.
Yeah. And
Colin's
there's
just got to hit that.
And foul by Wasatch. As we just mentioned, they had none. Now they have 1. It's funny how that works. A little bit of a commentator's curse. Yeah. Park City just trying to get an outside look. And
looks like we got a timeout by Coach Purcell from Park City.
Very smart timeout. I mean, their point guard picked up the ball just past half court. And
he had a couple of his, it looked like Tabarachi and Mitch Lind at the table to sub in. So he's trying to get his starters back in.
Yeah.
Little trouble with the pressure, and so wisely calls timeout.
Very, very smart play there by Coach Parcells.
There's our close-up of Coach Ballstead.
I mean, he says shiny head, shiny luck. Something to do with the, shall we say, luck of the game, turnout. It's exactly what we like to see from our coach, all waxed up on this beautiful Tuesday night.
Still no score here in the second with about 2 minutes into the quarter. And neither team has found the bucket, which surprises me because they're both good shooting teams, and it's been kind of a sloppy 2 minutes here.
Yeah, I feel like Park City without their shooters are kind of playing a little off, a little funky. And with Wasatch, I mean, Park City's defense has been pretty rock solid all game. And so it's been hard for Park City or Wasatch to get anything from it.
If Wasatch is going to bring that trap on Mitch as he brings across, he's got to find the open, where the pressure's coming from, and get the ball to it.
Lapine, almost a great kick out, stolen by Garrett Windsor.
And another foul by Park City. Looks like it's going to go on Mitch Lind here.
Smart foul, though, by Mitch Lind. I mean, Garrett's one of the fastest kids on the court and had an open lane essentially right to the hoop. That's a free 2 points that Lind saved Park City. And in a close game like that, 2 points really matters.
So that makes the foul count 5-1 for Park City. Here in the second. Staying with that zone.
Wasatch trying to get what appears to be an outside shot. I mean,
they're getting a good ball movement, and the guards are moving. Yeah, find the post.
Great
so that time they keep the 2 bigs down in the post on the blocks, and they bring in the offside wing into the high post, find him, and then when the pressure comes up to take him, it leaves one of those bigs on the block.
By Hughes, and there's a steal by Windsor as Tabarachi gets tripped up.
Which
Garrett Windsor drives in, draws the offensive foul.
Here's that offside, leaves the block. Brecken Bowen, nice, easy 2. Doesn't get easier than that.
Yeah, I mean, Garrett Windsor, though, smart play, drives in, draws the free throws, and sticks Park City further into this foul trouble. They're now at 16 fouls, 1 more, and they'll be in the bonus.
Yeah, Wasatch is shooting free throws from here on out this half.
Yeah.
That could turn out really big as well.
Really well. I mean, Wasatch has a lot of silky shooters. Garrett Windsor, Jackson Anderson, Joe Wonder, Hawk Ballstead, all people that I trust to take consistent free throw shots. You can throw Colin Hughes in there if you please as well. I mean, all of these people are great athletes. The only person.
And I don't know the depth on Park City. You know, if you get guys getting into foul trouble and you're going deep, how deep is Park City's bench?
Offensive rebound by Jackson Anderson. Finds Garrett Windsor for 3, and that's good. Garrett Windsor essentially just nabbed Wasatch a 4-point play with the free throw and then 3-point there. Wasatch now 21-17, leading over Park City.
A little more patience here. I like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see a lot of movement.
Down, but very calm.
So there's not a lot of guys moving. Yeah, they looked very calm in that, but there was no action. There was no screen away. There was no cut. They swing the ball.
Another 3.
He is heating up.
He is heating up. That redheadedness is just starting to seep down into the rest of the body, get that hot hand. And that will be a foul.
There's a touch foul on Hawk
Ballstead. That is his first and the second team foul of Wasatch.
Step back from the left wing. Nice shot. And Park City still scoreless here in this quarter with half of it gone.
And that is a backcourt violation by Tabarachi, just not really looking at it. Unfortunate there for him.
See if we can see that again, because I don't know if he was standing on the line when he caught it.
He was behind it, like his back foot.
And you can be that, and that's not a turnover.
Yeah.
On an inbound, any inbound, you can go backcourt.
As long as you don't cross.
That's what I was asking. Was he in front of the line and step back, or was he on the line?
Wasatch needs to get it above half court, and they do just in time. Joe Wonder wide open mid-range, misses it. Offensive rebound by Windsor, and he gets called for another 2. Windsor is going to be shooting more points, or more free throws. I believe this is his 3rd trip to the line.
We're at 4:17 on the clock, so let me match that up for you. I can't change the way that we're doing the scoreboard tonight. I can't change the foul count for you, and I'll do the best that I can on the clock and the score. That's about all I can promise. But great job by Kyler at the switcher here tonight, getting you some replays to watch, and we've got Tyler and Bryson running our cameras. It's always tricky when you go on the road.
Yeah. Park City playing now with a little bit more urgency than we've seen from them all game. Still a little calm, but very, very fast-paced is what.
See, now we're getting a ball
now.
screen.
Yeah. And I mean,
some movement in the players.
Lapine, Tabarachi, and Lind are really who you want with the ball right now. All 3 excellent shooters. There's Lind right there.
That was a really good idea. The guy, if you could get that pass through, was just so tight.
Deep 3 by Lind. That's.
Now it looks like Mitch just settles for a 3.
And I don't see push on Wasatch.
I'm not really seeing an identity by Park City on offense yet. Are they going inside? Are they running off screens for 3s? Another foul on Joe Wonder. That's an interesting call. It's a 50-50 call or no call.
Yeah. I mean, the ref explaining it down there to Coach Ballstead, obviously he disagrees, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Here we have Park City running that Lapine at point.
And sometimes I think, I've mentioned it before, the refs will look up and see a foul count and like
try to
even them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get this corrected.
There's a foul there on, pardon me, Lind. He'll be shooting 2 at the line.
Yeah. And that's their first bucket in this quarter. 4.5 minutes have gone by in the second before they get a score on the board, and it's a free throw.
Yeah. First point of the quarter.
Their offense has really struggled this quarter. And he's good on the second, as I would expect.
I mean,
here's that full court. We're bringing Tabarachi up.
Jackson doing a good job protecting the ball. Windsor driving in, finds Bowen, but he can't quite corral it. It's just an out-of-bounds slip.
And good job on Wasatch of keeping the ball in the center of that press.
Yeah.
If you can keep the ball in the middle, you've got it broken. It's just too easy if you're Park City to let him throw that to the high post and then just drop it down to the big.
Tabarachi with a nice move to drive in, but loses possession there halfway through and can't quite drive to the rim. They're calling a block there on Jackson Anderson.
Yeah, the refs have definitely tightened up the calls here in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, seeing that they're as close as they are, I'd like to say that they are evening up that count, but yeah. Robbie Glenn coming in. Also another very good shooter for Wasatch. He'll be guarding somebody about his size in Lapine. Both of these players very small, but very athletic, very good shooters.
Mitch looks Hawk right dead in the eyes and says, "You gonna give it to me? I'll take
right
it."
in his face. There's Hawk bringing it down. Windsor catches it, sees Glenn, who moves that around the ball.
Very active on defense. Mitch is up on the ball, harassing Hawk, making it difficult for him.
Wasatch, it looks like they're just trying to run some timeout, get as much as they possibly can, not settling for a shot, just looking for their ideal.
There's that screen on the weak side against that 2-3
Hawk
zone.
wide
Hawk
open,
had a good
can't
look.
get it. And that goes in favor of Park City. Brecken Bowen almost came down with the offensive rebound.
Yeah, good defensive possession there by Park City. Wasatch got that weak side screen. The look by Hawk even was a good look. As both teams kind of settle in here in the second.
Yeah. Park City doing a good job of not making themselves come out of this game. As you mentioned, they hadn't scored in a while.
Great.
And now we have some back-to-back points.
As he comes off that high pick and roll.
I mean, we've seen him
make the big guy come up, and he's just a sweet little floater over the top.
Just a nice little touch. Robbie Glenn spits the defense and finds Cole Mag, who's not really who you want to be finding out all the way over there.
Yeah, this 2-3 zone is very, very active right now. There's the dump. He's there.
And there's two for Cole Mag.
Good find.
That's exactly where you want Cole Mag all the time, right below the post. Nobody on this team is really big enough to challenge that shot, except for maybe Tabarachi.
And I love using the other big, Brecken Bowen.
Oh, wow. There's a
Carson
shot by Tabarachi right in Bowen's face.
Looks in Bowen's eye and says, "You can give it, I'll take it."
Yeah.
That makes it a 1-point game for as slow as Park City has been this quarter.
Very impressive that they're
within one.
Robbie Glenn, open shot off the front of the rim.
Good box out. Let's see. That's going to be a foul called on Cole. Let's look at that shot here. As Carson looks him down.
That's sweet.
Just good form.
Tabarachi's really impressed me. I mean, it seems like there's nothing this kid can't legitimately do. He just seems like a stellar athlete all around.
Well, we watched him in football run that.
He's only a junior. I mean, that's to me is a little more impressive.
Yeah, he's got another year to torment some teams.
What position did you play in football?
Quarterback.
Oh, wow.
He was the man.
That is a foul on Park City.
A lot of action went off for 3 seconds. And the ultimate end of it is another foul call, which will put Wasatch shooting free throws on a one-on-one.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see who's taking these. It looks like it'll be Robbie Glenn. It's kind of who I want shooting them. I mean, Garrett Windsor's another stellar shooter, and Hawk's shooting at about 60% from the line, but Robbie and Garrett both hovering around 80. Both people I want taking those. First one is off the rim.
The front. A rare miss on a free throw for Wasatch. They're usually, when it comes to a free throw game, I give them an advantage. Pod Millsack.
Great job there by Cole Mag.
Over Cole Magnuson.
I mean, there's the effect, right? When you have somebody that big,
you don't have to block it. You just got to change it.
That sweet. I mean, there's a couple of factors at play there.
There's the high screen. Garrett's just going to back into. Yeah, I was going to say he might have got another step in there. Yeah. Had he gone up, they would have let it go. We are sitting at 34 seconds.
34 seconds. Park City could possibly hold for the last shot. If they don't, Wasatch will.
There's the inbound.
I mean, Mitch Lind, though, another
Looks like
great
they're
player on this team.
very content to take the last shot. They're going to spread the floor.
With a 1-point game, why wouldn't you be going
Yeah.
into the half leading? That's exactly what you want to do. But
Take the last shot. You make it. You go into the half ahead.
I mean, to the detriment, though, if they hold it, they miss the shot. That could be almost a momentum.
Oh, straight bottom. Mitch. What a
Mitch
shot.
Lind.
Now,
Great shot.
Brecken Bowen.
Oh, beats
does he
the
get
buzzer.
it? They're going to count it.
Beats the buzzer for 2. Tie game.
There was like 2
at the
seconds
end
on
of
the
it.
clock when they get it. Throw it up.
Great play there by Wasatch. I believe they'll call it good.
The leaner in by Brecken Bowen is going to tie the score 30-30. Why not? It's such a great half. Why not keep it?
Great way, though. There's Lind with that sweet, sweet shot. Oh, my goodness. Lind, Tabarachi. I mean, you have a few stellar athletes on this team that really impress me so far.
Yeah, while we have you for a second, let's talk about our sponsors for Sting TV here. We got Labrum Chevy Ford in town, how much they do for
Wasatch is just really
the whole
impressive.
Heber Valley. Yeah, great deal if you're ever looking. Go down and see Danny and his team at Labrum Ford Chevy.
I'm saying this a little because I'm sponsored, but mainly just because I know Danny a little more personally than most. I mean, he's really a great guy, honestly.
He is.
Stellar guy, very
Class
charismatic, just exactly who you want selling you a car. Very nice guy. And then you have Heber Cheese, if I'm not mistaken.
Heber Valley Artisan Cheese out in Midway.
Some good old cheese curds will do me right every day of the week.
And not just cheese, ice
cream. Aggie ice cream to
We're
be more
thinking.
specific.
Yep.
I mean,
Mountainland One Stop, another one of our big sponsors, gold sponsors.
Yeah.
Whether you're getting gas or better yet,
some munchers.
Munchers,
Ooh.
right? Go on inside and see Moe's Grill. They got the best dinner.
Oh my goodness.
And lunch.
Very underrated dinner, from my opinion. I didn't know they had a cafe, and as soon as I found out, I haven't stopped eating there. Oh my goodness.
I'm afraid to talk about it because then it won't be so hidden anymore.
It is so good. I mean, I remember first burger there, I was just about to like start crying. It was so good.
Their carne asada fries.
Oh.
Cheap and enough for 2 if you're on a date, but their chile verde burrito is my all-time fave.
Well,
and our last but not least sponsor for now, Dairy King.
Dairy King, home of the train.
Home of the train, if you haven't been.
Another one of those town favorites. Actually took somebody there last night, got some good old ice cream cones, had a nice night. Very good ice cream, so we like to see.
If you're in Heber, stop, visit one of these, and support your local business as well as us here at Sting TV to try to keep bringing you these broadcasts. We're always looking for more sponsors, and we'll be
happy to promote you guys all. And we back. 15 seconds left until the start of the third quarter. Great start here. Tie game, 30-30. Deep three from, if you didn't catch halftime, deep three from number 3, Mitch Lind, and then a buzzer beater layup by, excuse me, by,
Let's turn that.
Brecken Bowen. Sorry, excuse me. Whoa.
And we're back to action here in the shaft. Park City will start the half with the ball. Looks like Wasatch is going man coming out, and they leave Cutter Lapine, the shooter, for
Wide
3.
open.
Ah,
Last thing you want to do.
mental lapse there on defense by Wasatch. Another different look, extending that 2-3 all the way up the half court and trapping off the top. Wasatch handles it pretty easy, moving the ball, spreading the floor, and keeping the shooters.
Oh, there's Garrett wide open for 3 and fires back. 33-33. This is a really good game, guys.
A good answer.
Little communication there. Error by Mitch Lind. Hit a cheerleader, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they're going to correct that call. They called it out, but I think it was back tipped by Wasatch. So the ball will stay here with Park City. I like to see when the refs communicate and make the call right like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 3 of them out there. Get the right one.
Exactly. You always like to see the right call, though.
Ooh, an offensive foul on Carson Tabarachi.
A little unfortunate there, but I mean, that kid can really do no wrong in my eyes right now. He's one of the main reasons Park City is in this game, as close as they are, being tied. You know, I mean, stellar athlete all around.
Nice find underneath.
Good job by Cole Mag to corral that ball and get it in, and good job by Jackson to penetrate, draws defender, and then be able to get Cole Mag that nice, sweet shot.
That's just getting the right position, the right spot, and then finding him.
Exactly.
It's not that hard if you get to the right position. And
Lapine with a nice up around the move. Tried to jelly it off the glass, can't quite get it.
Another two offensive boards on that.
Double offensive rebounds by Maxwell Alford. Great job by him to get that going
Keeping
for
that
him.
possession alive.
Nice pull-up jumper by Jackson. No good, off the front of the rim.
That's almost like Park City's like, the way that they're playing this defense, they're leaving one of the shooters for Wasatch. And Wasatch has 4 great shooters on the floor and a big with Cole Mag inside.
Yeah.
They're almost daring them to beat them, live and die by that 3. And
oh, yeah.
That's a dangerous game to play.
Windsor says, I'll play it, and he loses there, but he's won in the past, especially in this game. Lapine wide open.
Another 3 by Cutter.
I mean, Lapine is just a crazy gifted athlete. Coach Ballstead calls a timeout.
Not happy with what he's seeing on giving Cutter, one of the best shooters on the floor on either team, 2 open looks in the first 2 minutes.
Cutter Lapine, that kid has a sweet shot. I mean, it is really just, size is not a factor for this kid. He might look like the smallest kid on the court, and he might be the smallest kid on the court. I can't really tell, but when you're hitting shots like that, you're on the team for a reason, and you're starting for a reason, more importantly.
So we'll see what kind of adjustments Wasatch is going to make coming out. Tabarachi's coming all the way up full court to harass the ball here.
Oh.
Easily finds. There's the skip to Joe Wonder.
Joe Wonder drives inside, gets a nice layup, but can't get it. And there is Garrett Windsor. Oh, my goodness. Garrett Windsor's done it twice in this game now. Very sweet by him. And, I mean, he gets fouled on a play. Let's see it again.
That's that basketball
Joe Wonder
IQ.
misses. Oh, my goodness. Garrett Windsor right there. That's exactly how he got hot last time. Let's see if he can do the same thing again. Wasatch almost grabs the offensive rebound. Cole Magg staying on the ground for a long time, just now getting back up. Oh, wow. Beautiful shot by Mitch Lind. Contested through and through.
That was a hard. I'd like to see him kind of go up through him. He fades away a lot on that take.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him go chest to chest through that.
Yeah.
And I would bank on him finishing more and getting more calls. This was a great finish, though, for him.
Yeah, I mean, you had Joe Under and Windsor all up in Mitch's face and drains it anyways. Great shot.
Both unable.
Wow.
Both unable to convert on the
Maxwell Alford gets the offensive rebound, gets the 2 and the foul. If you want to draw away from a game, that's how you do it. Maxwell Alford, right there, you saw it again. Wow, that's really impressive here by Park City. Great job.
Yeah, shooting free throws, you just should never give up an offensive board on a free throw. Another short and another offensive
rebound.
You start with the advantage with the inside position.
And there's Lind, misses it off, and that's going to be an over-the-back foul on who we are now referring to as Jeff, the mystery player on Park City, number 13.
There's that pressure. Park City keeping the pressure on them.
Brecken Bowen, nice
from
mid-range. That's the first mid-range I've seen made all game. And
right from the short corner. Great shot by Brecken.
Great shot.
Wasatch extending some pressure up to the half court. Forcing Cutter to his left.
Stepped out by Lind, but they're going to call it
tip by Wasatch
ball. Here's that nice little mid-range from Brecken.
Ooh.
In and out, off the side of the rim, and mainly in. There we go. Lapine gets the ball in the corner. Anderson defending him.
I know where he's at, Anderson. That's great pass, threading the needle into Tabarachi. A good reset, spreading the floor. And Mitch finding a way to get the contact, to get that ball up to the rim. And he had a shooter in the corner who I believe was Tabarachi if he finds that.
Eyes in the back of his head, I mean, right there. But Lind does an excellent job drawing Hawk right into his shooting lane and is just able to get these fouls, draw Wasatch into that foul deeper. Makes the first.
Knocks the first.
Let's watch that again. I mean,
there's that put back on the rebound. Just get the right spot, get the ball in a nice use of a little reverse.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Garrett Windsor, you got to box Alfred out really hard
there
right
he stepped in early, and they're just going to play on as the bucket's good.
Anderson does a good job with his eyes to get Park City away from who he wants to go to. Dribbling around now. Wonder.
They've got shooters on the floor.
Oh, there's a shooter.
Patient and
there's another shooter. And there's your other
great
shooter.
Look. That was the patience that I'm looking for from Wasatch with that zone.
Yeah.
Get into the spot, spread the floor, make the defense work, and then somebody's going to get an open look.
Yeah, and I mean, with almost, oh, wow. Lapine gets it to go. Easy three-pointers, having a great game right now. Let's watch that again. I mean, just too easy for this
Just a little rub screen. He goes under, and so a shooter, what do you do when your defender goes under on a screen? You shoot the ball.
Lapine is really just too good.
Great read.
Like, you can tell he spends so much time in the gym practicing and perfecting is a little bit of a craft. He is stellar. Bowen does a nice job of muscling.
I like that look. That was a good look. Went strong to it, didn't fade away from it. First, he's going to set up their offense and see what.
Ooh. I'm unsure if that's the right call there.
If the ball fouled him in the face, it looked like.
But
looked like he wasn't quite ready for that. Knocked off his face. And
here we get a foul. I don't think that was the right call, if I'm being totally honest, but it was the call made.
I find things always even out.
Fair
You
enough.
get one, and then they miss one, and moving the ball. Wasatch playing man. There's the trap on a
Last person
drive.
I want with the ball in his hands. I mean, Lind and, my goodness, Lapine, both stellar athletes. Lapine not on the floor. They're going to call a travel.
Wasatch trying to pick the pace with Pello getting the ball up early, but just a little too quick on the steps before.
I mean, Wasatch is down by 7, but it feels like they're down by a lot more right now.
Yeah, not just the way that Park City was out of sync that second and couldn't get it. It feels that way with Wasatch this quarter. They just feel out of sync on offense and haven't quite got it.
And I mean, really, the shooters, Lapine and Lind for Park City, they have really stepped up. Not so much of Tabarachi in the game, but
and another shooter they have on the floor is Adam Spink here with the ball right now as a senior. I mean, he's known for his three-point shooting, and haven't seen him tonight, really. And so I would anticipate,
Lind draws another foul, though. I mean,
keep your eye on Adam if he gets heated up. Mitch drawing another foul, and that's what good scorers do.
Yeah.
They get to the line.
And I mean,
they'll get half their points from
he is a good scorer, no doubt about it. Makes the first. There's a little bit of a cognition there, precognition, known as a psychic in the local community.
So I think on the floor, both teams have a couple of bigs with Podmilsack and Tabarachi, Bowen and Magnuson.
Wasatch down by 9 right now. Not really out of it, but they will be soon if they keep playing like they are right now. Windsor does a good job of finding Anderson. That's very much a foul.
Yeah.
On Tabarachi.
Good find on getting that skip. Tabarachi's just got to have the presence of mind on closeouts. Don't go flying through the air on your closeout.
Yeah.
Break down, stutter step in, and contest it.
Mm-hmm. Anderson, one of those people that I really wanted to line if I'm Wasatch.
And this is a great way to get back into a game.
Exactly. Hopefully you can just get that momentum back. I mean, free throws are a really good way to get back in that shooting rhythm. And the only downside is if you miss it, you fall further into your hole, right? Ooh, misses the second. Will have a chance to make this third. Tabarachi coming out, Alfred coming back in. Tabarachi's been really quiet this second half of the game.
He's picked up his third foul, which is really big, and that's why he's coming out of this moment. He's got to sit the rest of this quarter, hoping not to pick up a fourth foul.
Yeah, but
so
I mean,
I anticipate he'll sit out the remainder of the third, which is an advantage for sure for Wasatch.
Oh, yeah.
But Coach Ballstead calling the timeout here.
Let's see if we can on the floor as well as Lind. I mean, two fabulous shooters for Park City.
As we watch some of these replays, great shooting, both sides. It's fun to see. I was watching, as I communicate with the crew here on the excellent replays that he's able to get. I'll tell you, I got to give a shout out to Kyler here. He's running the replays, he's running the switcher, and he's keeping me on task with the clock. We have a long timeout for both. I believe this timeout was called by Wasatch, and I don't see a timeout on the scoreboard. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't give you an update on the timeout situation, but I'm sure each team has at least a couple. So this right here is a big moment for Wasatch. If they can close this quarter and close the gap,
honestly,
then they're sitting pretty going in. But if Park City's able to extend this lead that they have, that could be huge for Park City.
If I'm Wasatch,
they're in no rush. They don't need to hurry.
Great block there by Windsor. Able to just tip that ball. Oh,
and Lind getting a hand on it.
Steal by Lind. I mean, as I was saying, if I'm Wasatch, I really just want to draw 2 fouls from Park City, get myself in the double bonus, and be able to just shoot some threes. Or, pardon me, shoot some free throws. Finds Bowen in the low post. That will be a foul on Alford. And there we go. There's another foul on Park City, 1 away from that double bonus. That's where I want to be if I'm Wasatch. I want the other team to be sitting in that double bonus. Let's see that one more time. Ooh, that is sweet, sweet victory for Park City right there. If they can keep doing what we just saw, they will most definitely win this game. Cole Mag outside the key. It's really not where you want him. And Park City able to convert on that fast drive.
And they go up by double digits. That's the first double-digit lead.
Anderson almost for 3, can't get it. Colmag gets that offensive rebound with a nice turnaround hook shot. As I said, you don't want Colmag outside the 3. You want him right there, because when Colmag is right there, he does special things. And we just saw it right there. A nice turnaround hook shot to get that double advantage away from Park City, really.
Yeah, get a guy in a position.
And there's a hard foul by Colmag.
Good find by Mitch. He's playing one of the best games that I've seen him play this year. Defensively, but offensively being aggressive, taking it and seeing his teammates and finding the floor. Wasatch trying to close the gap here, but Park City looking to take it, extend it to a double-digit lead going into the 4th.
Can't make that first free throw. That is
Jacob Podmilsack.
Podmilsack. I mean, Jacob Podmilsack, from what I've seen, his game really isn't focused on a whole lot of shooting further out from the rim. I feel like his comfort area is similar to Cole Maggs, you know, about 5 feet in from it. And so that's really who I want at the free throw line if I'm taking anybody. Dangerous pass there by Hawk, and it doesn't
mental
pay
breakdown,
out.
yeah, by Wasatch. I mean, and maybe this, we'll see how some of the fatigue of playing a back-to-back games comes in the 4th, but I mean,
Wasatch trying to run this full court press.
They're young, they should be able to run for days.
That's what you think.
But sometimes it's the mental fatigue that it brings to you. And
yeah.
I apologize, the clock is...
Alford driving in, gets the 2. Colmag, good job not to foul out there, but I would have liked to see a block. Pello swings back to Hawk. Hawk splits the defenders. Nice little pop-up. Can't get it to go. Anderson with
good
a
board.
nice
Keep
rebound.
it alive. Keep it alive. Cutter just harassing him with the ball. 30 seconds.
Wasatch trying to hold for the last shot, if I'm not mistaken.
And see what we run. There's the little flare screen out to Jackson. Doesn't like it. Garrett
wide
does.
open. Can't get it. Almost by Pello. Offensive rebound. Can't quite get it to go.
Alfred's had a great game for Park City.
Last person I want with the ball in his hands. Finds your open shooter. Can't quite get it.
Yeah, good look for Adam Spink in the corner. They got a shooter in the corner. Wasatch down by 12 going into the 4th quarter.
I mean,
that's kind of,
yeah,
it's rare. And at a C Wasatch 46, that's probably about average. What's not average is the
Park
scoring
City at
for Park
48
City.
or 58.
58 going in.
Park City's had a really good game, specifically Lapine, and
they've shot very well, and I think that's why that scores up. Wasatch's defense hasn't been bad.
Yeah, but here we see some of those nice little replays. I mean, I would say Wasatch really struggles when they're down. I mean, it seems like the further down they get,
they
the
take
more
risks
of a mental
that they normally
game.
don't.
Yeah, exactly, right? You gotta.
They play out of their game a little bit.
If you're Wasatch, you just gotta remain calm. Really, in this situation, that's all it real boils down to. Is like when we saw Park City down by 6 in the first quarter, they were calm. They were taking calculated risks, as I like to say. Nothing too fancy. And I mean, referring to a play one of the Wasatch players made earlier, just tossed the ball almost carelessly past half court, and really just turned the ball over, gave an extra possession away that shouldn't have happened.
Play your game, man for man. I think, I don't know. I was going to say I'd give Wasatch the advantage, but the way that Park City's playing tonight, like guys stepping up, like Max and Alfred. Sorry.
Alfred.
Max stepping up. His game is really elevated.
Cutter as well.
The shots by Cutter, getting those buckets are huge, taking some pressure off of like
Cutter has
Richland and
played a great
Tabarachi.
game. And I mean, Wasatch playing small ball right here. They have Wonder, Ballstead, and Anderson all in. All three of them main the point guard position.
And just shorts it. That's going to be Park City ball. They're getting looks. I wonder what the shooting percentages are for both these teams tonight. Wasatch is getting looks, good looks by good shooters that just aren't going in.
Yeah. I mean, Park City is easily having one of the best games of their season tonight. I mean, you have Cutter Lapine, who's deceptively good, almost reminds you of Joe Ingles in the sense that it's the last person you'd expect to be this good at basketball.
And that's just kind of clearing out, being patient, spreading it around.
And Wasatch
Max getting the ball and going in aggressive.
Double penalty now.
Yeah, getting the contact. Both teams are shooting free throws for bonus the rest of the way out this game. So I've said this before, if it comes down to a free throw battle, I do give Wasatch the advantage.
Alfred makes the first. Little bit of a scary shot there, but ends up getting it.
So as we get deeper in this quarter, the big thing for both teams, Wasatch has got to find a way to get some buckets.
Yeah.
Whether it's getting to the line and limiting turnovers, because you turn it over, there's an opportunity. For Park City, it's game management, clock management.
There's a deep three by Jackson who gets it to go.
That'll get you back in.
That's what we like to see. I mean, Jackson, one of the best shooters on Wasatch. And I mean, good job there.
Great block
Garrett
by Garrett
Windsor.
Anderson. I keep calling him Garrett Anderson. Garrett Windsor.
Hawk with the nice three.
Back
gets it
to back.
Go. That's exactly how you try to get back in the game. Sliced it from
I anticipated a timeout there by Park City.
Lead. Great job.
Here we good patience on weathering the storm. As I say that, too much patience. You got to get across that line at some point.
Gets it. I mean, just
there's the first three by Garrett, and then finding Hawk in the corner.
Boom and boom.
They're
there you go.
It for the
14-point lead, now an 8-point lead for Park City.
The three is a deadly neutralizer. String a couple of those together, and a lead can go to nothing real quick. And Wasatch has the players.
Jackson looks like he was going to shoot it. There's Garrett who hits
another three.
There's three. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a timeout, but maybe Park City's saving that for just some clock management later on.
Now you can hear the Wasatch bench getting fired up, trying to keep that momentum going for them.
14-point lead is now only a 5-point lead. Great job here by Wasatch to get those threes to fall, and great job on the defensive side to stay in this game.
Let's see how Park City handles the pressure of the momentum change.
Drives in, gets a hard shot, can't quite get it to fall. Garrett Windsor comes down with that rebound, and you see the Park City coach frantically saying, don't let anybody shoot the ball past the three-point line.
And he left him.
Another one. That is 12 points off the three-pointers in the last minute of this game. I mean, Wasatch only losing
unbelievable
by
shooting in the last 2 minutes by Wasatch.
Plays by Wasatch. And there we see a three from Park City. That's how you answer back. Gets it back to a 5-point lead.
That's a big
5
shot.
minutes left on the clock, but it feels like there's only 30 seconds the way both of these teams are playing.
That was a huge shot. You missed that, and you're giving Wasatch the ball back with a 2-point deficit, right? They're looking to tie and go ahead. By being able to make
open, almost finds Windsor.
Yep.
That'll be
a
foul.
Little push in the back there, yeah.
And we see some free throws now. Both teams in the double bonus. Let's watch these again. Oh, silky three right there. Yet another three. Boom, got it. We love to see those celebrations from Garrett Windsor. Really starting to pick up towards the season goes. Very, very good player. Garrett at the line now for 2. Makes that first one. Compliments of the team are going around. And sitting here with the second, trying to make it a 3-point game.
Yeah, this would cut it to a 1-possession game if you're Wasatch. And he does.
I mean, making up for those missed 3 throws against Springville now with these 2 made ones in important times. Wasatch saving their energy for the end of the game, now playing very good defense. And as I say that, Joe Wondery gets scored on inside by the mystery contestant,
And that was a great look. Patient coming up, give it to the guy, and it just gets the contact and finishes.
Jackson with the ball, drives in, easy
Over the
look,
defender.
but not quite. And looks like a Wasatch ball.
I think they lucked out. Let's see if they change this call. He's staying here. I do believe Mag hit that last if we have a replay, but it doesn't matter. It's what the ref sees.
Yep. And here we have Wasatch trying to chisel away at this 5-point lead. Cole Mag not going for 3, but
sometimes the basketball gods
are in your favor, and sometimes they are not.
Sometimes, like they say, the ball don't lie.
If I was Cole Mag, I probably would have shot that, but I also maybe wouldn't have. There we see Little Pine.
Here's the full court pressure again. Park City has been able to handle it pretty well so far.
Tabaracci just trying to stay out of foul trouble, has 3.
And they've got some shooters on the floor to try to spread this.
Ooh, great job by Tabaracci to speed past Magnuson. 7-point game now.
With just under 4 minutes. Finds the shooter in the corner. No.
In and out. Not quite.
Great
Ball's
rebound by
on the
Cutter to keep
floor.
it alive. Cole Magnuson diving on the floor as a big man. So if you're Wasatch, you want to put some pressure and you want to get to hurry and take shots.
Yeah.
Park City, if you're the coach, you want to slow your team down. Very deliberate.
They're going to call that an and 1 on Lind.
And I think if Cole doesn't fall to the ground, it's a no call.
Yeah.
But because he fell, I mean, it's a flop in the ref's eyes.
Yeah.
Well, it's a flop.
It is.
Period. And I think if he doesn't flop on that, he gets a no call and at least stays alive.
Yeah.
But that's going to be his 3rd foul on Cole. Again, just 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to have a couple more, but Coach Ballstead's going to bring him out and talk to him a little bit, coach him up a little bit. Big free throws by Mitch, though. Getting the and 1. That's going to extend it again to a double-digit lead. Let's see the leadership that Hawk can bring to the floor at this time.
I mean, you're looking for Hawk Ballstead to step up. Oh, great shot there by Garrett. Can't really get it to fall.
Wide open look, right at the top.
Look. Great hesitation move to just get people to fall asleep almost.
I'm impressed. Park City's been very patient with their possessions.
They've been really in control of this game as far as possession goes.
In the past, I would have guessed their guy would have taken that to the rim. Oh, look.
Wow. Holy hell. That was impressive. Wasatch not letting them get some momentum from that.
Perfectly executed.
Alley-oop. That's exactly what we love to see. Wow.
2-hand slam.
What a great play there.
There's our play of the night right there.
No doubt about it. Play of the night goes to that Park City alley-oop.
Pushing it to a 12-point lead. We got a timeout by Coach Ballstead.
No doubt there. I mean,
sometimes in high school, you get a good dunk like that, it's good for 10 points.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can feel the energy, the momentum on this Park City side right now. Off of a dunk, they're amped. And so wisely calling a timeout by Ballstead neutralizes that energy, especially when there's no fans, there's no student body in here. You can feel it. Now it's quiet again in the gym, and you can suck it out and get your thing set up and get a purpose play here to get a bucket. Here's that replay, though. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, me too.
So if you're Wasatch here again, you got to try to find ways to create baskets. Preferably, if you can get the ball with some contact, get to the free throw line, you're going to stop the clock. You're in the bonus. Park City, on the other hand, keep your momentum riding. I'm not saying stall by any means because you're playing
Playing great
basketball tonight.
Phenomenal basketball. And I mean, that alley-oop had me so pumped up. I mean, Park City is controlling a lead the right way.
They're controlling this game. You can feel the tempo,
This is
they
all
definitely
a
have the
PC
pace
game, but
and flow of it.
like I said, it's the right way to control a game.
Hawk gets the look he likes. It's just off. It's one of those nights. So, you know, they had a great shooting stretch, hoping to find that back and get some shooters.
12 points in a minute. That would certainly tie them here, leaving them a minute and a half. But I don't think Park City's going to let them do that.
Yeah, regardless of the time on the clock, I'm not counting anybody out tonight. As Wasatch shows, they'll string them together, and Park City's hit some big buckets when they need them. Great take,
steal by Brecken Bowen, almost.
And that is Brecken's strength, stopping that play. Most people get a hand on it. It's a slap and maybe a foul. Brecken able to just stop the progress.
You saw Lind there holding onto the ball, almost got clotheslined by the look of it just because he was holding onto that ball so strongly.
I don't think... There's some quick contact by Joe Wonder on the inbound to Cutter. That's going to put him to the line with 2:06.
Last person I wanted that line is Cutter. I mean, Cutter Lapine is, like I said, almost reminds me of Joe Ingles in the way that it doesn't feel like he should be playing basketball. Just the look of him, I mean, something about it. It's just, he stands out, right? And so seeing him play at such a high level is so impressive to me. Love to see it.
You got the ball penetration you wanted. Find a shooter. And Hawks going to get to the line within what? That's what you want if you're Wasatch.
That is exactly what you want if you're Wasatch.
You're going to get the bucket, and you're going to get your free throws with the clock stopped. I like to use these moments kind of as a timeout as a coach. You want to be talking to the other players that are just not up on the line.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might have some on the bench that you're talking to, and in a moment like this, you can sub them in. It's like giving a timeout and instruction to...
Hawk gets the third point on that possession, and really a great job by Hawk to take, I guess, a leadership role in the last
and that's totally what I anticipate and expect from Hawk.
And that's what you should if you're a coach.
Yeah, a little handsy.
Call a foul there on Hawk that brings
if
another person that I don't want at the line, Mitchell Lind.
If Park City hits the free throws, it's good night.
Yeah. Mitchell Lind could ice.
But if they're missing it, as they are, that's a smart play by Wasatch, even though Hawk didn't mean to there.
I mean, there's the first one down. If he makes the second one, maybe the third one, that might be some really dicey waters for Wasatch. And he makes that second one.
Very clutch by Mitch Lind. Another junior on this Park City team that will be back. Garrett, a great look. Hawk comes flying in with the tomahawk.
Trying to get that rebound, can't get it. Stead gets them just a little further away, and currently 63-74 in favor of Park City, leading by 11. I mean, Hawk getting talked to by Ballstead down there, just saying, hey, man, frustrating game. I know it. Keep your head up, though. There's a possibility that they can win this game still. As we saw, they got that 12-point shooting stretch holding Park City to nothing in that same amount of time in under a minute.
Yeah, I wouldn't count out any of Wasatch's shooters at any point in any game. Carson Tabarachi, a good free throw shooter to the line. Smooth and calm with ice water in his veins.
Tabarachi probably has something else in his veins, some superhuman
DNA.
I
think...
just stellar athlete. And in and out on the second one. Rebounded
and again,
by
an
mystery
offensive
player,
board.
Jeff. And they're going to call that
a jump ball possession going to
Wasatch.
Which,
I mean, is really the ideal situation for Wasatch.
Yeah,
you get the ball back.
Yeah, you get that ball back without giving up a foul and putting them to the line again. Next, ooh, there's a little push off Garrett.
Garrett does a nice job.
No call, no foul.
Fall.
And a timeout.
I mean, you're down by 10 right now. Still in it, minute 23 left. Clock management is going to be very big here.
Yeah, this
Here
is
we
where
see
both
Coach
teams, you got to
Ballstead
be
drawing
talking
up a
about the
couple
clock
plays.
and the situation. And it's a 10-point game. It's totally doable. There's 123 is a lot of time with
Very
the
much.
shooters that you have on the floor.
Exactly.
So both teams limit your turnovers. You don't want to turn the ball over. That's the last thing you want to do with under 2 minutes in any game. You want to control those end of clock situations. Let's see what kind of defense. I'm curious if Park City stays with that zone that they've shown earlier, and or do they go man?
Yeah. I feel like they have like a floating zone that transitions into man the longer Wasatch holds that ball. Just the way they play, they've been able to limit these shots, block them. And I mean, Wasatch is right about at their average, but Park City is having a stellar
They're having a night.
I mean, all of the shooters on Park City are about as red hot as you can get, almost as red hot as their jersey colors. And I mean, the Wasatch, though, you can get a couple people hot really fast. And so at the end of the day, you just got to get somebody like Garrett in here, or Joe, or Jackson.
Now, it looks like they're trying to bring Pello in, and he wasn't at the table before they exited, and so he'll have to wait for the next dead ball to come in.
Park City inbounding, calling a screen for what looks to be Lind.
Having trouble. They're going to have to call a timeout. Good defense by Wasatch, denying the inbound. That'll speak unable to find anybody able to get the ball in.
Lapine looked like he could have been there, but just a second too late. And I mean, at that point, that would have been a foul turnover to Wasatch, and that's the last thing you want. See that again. That is
great take by Mitch to the rim.
Sweet basketball there by Mitch. I mean, Mitch Lind has really impressed me this night. So is Carter Lapine. But I feel like Mitch has just taken like a subtle, quiet leadership role on the court right now. He's done his job. He's done his job extremely well, but never really, I guess, focused on himself throughout tonight, which is really impressive to me.
Yeah, we haven't seen Colin Hughes come out for a while, and I'm not sure why. Colin's another one of those great leaders on the floor.
I mean, Colin is somebody that is going to get you. He's averaged a steal a game over the entire season. Very good defender. But more than anything, just a great all-around player. He's not going to wow you with any of his stats, but he is certainly going to get you production. Park City at the line. It's Spink, who's one of many great shooters on this team. Rattles in for the first.
Knocks the first in. Let's see what defense Park City comes out with if they try to pressure full court.
If I was Park City, I would almost want to just break it off the front of the rim and hold it as long as I possibly could.
Looks like they're going to fall back into a man and just pick them up.
Jackson takes a deep three, almost gets it to go, but not quite. They're going to get Garrett Windsor with another foul here. That'll be almost 2 more points, not quite, but could be soon. And at the end of the day, you can't really be doing that if you're Wasatch.
Yeah, this is where Coach Ballstead is kind of using it as a timeout to coach up Garrett, Joe, and Hawk down here while they're shooting the first free throws, because it's 2. As he smoothly knocks down the first with confidence. Park City's going to send back Mitch and Cutter to defend the 3 back. Off the front, Tabarachi with the board.
And if I'm Park City, I mean, I'll take points any day, and that was Jeff right there, but I almost would rather hold on to the ball. Don't let Wasatch get a possession. Hawk right there.
Another turnover.
Can't quite get it, and now we'll probably just see a run out of clock. Garrett Windsor fouling there.
We're at 42 seconds in the game.
Wasatch losing by 15 currently. I'm not really sure this is the time to be fouling. I'm pretty sure you're pretty far out of it with 42 seconds left.
Yeah, and I think that's what Ballstead's probably telling. He's going to empty his bench and get some of these underclassmen some seconds to close out. Mitch knocks down his first. It's going to push this to a 16-point lead with 42 seconds left.
Dakota
As
Thacker,
Coach Ballstead
first time I've seen him
clears
on
the end of his
court.
bench. I'm surprised that Cole Magnuson and Colin Hughes didn't come in and get more minutes there in the fourth.
I don't think I saw Colin after the first quarter.
Yeah.
I feel like that had to be some sort of injury that he might have gone through because now has a
I mean, he's got his
shirt
warm-up
on.
still on, yeah. So it looks like Park City's going to match man for man, empty their bench, and try to get some subs in, which is good for these younger guys. Yeah, it's 42 seconds, but it gets them varsity minutes. They let her, and it's confidence. When you get them in and you get to close out a game, and a big one with Wasatch Park City, I mean, it's fun.
I mean, like you said, though, fabled rivalry right here between these two teams. So being able to get some minutes in a rivalry game feels real good.
As Coach Purcell congratulates and gives Mitch a hug coming off the floor. He has played a stellar game tonight.
I mean, I don't have the stats right in front of me, but I would guess 20-plus points from Mitch and about, I would say, 15 from your guy, Lapine. Robbie Glenn pulls up for three, misses it off the front of the rim.
Sebastian Wolf bringing it down for Park City. Let's see if they're just going to back it out and kind of dribble the clock out. This is what I would anticipate to see here.
If I'm Robbie, I just kind of want to get a steal here, you know? Make myself feel good.
As a player, it was so hard to do. Like, you play to the end no matter what and compete. But good, solid win for Park City tonight. Congratulations, Park City Miners. Wasatch unable to capitalize the good second quarter they had to push that lead out.
Some of the, oh my goodness, play of the game right there, undoubtedly. That alley-oop, so sweet by Park City. I mean, really just a great way to close out a game. And I think at that moment, that alley-oop just sealed it. I think that was really for me,
Wasatch was definitely making a run. That alley-oop just was a dagger in the heart for a nail in the coffin for Wasatch. The momentum sealed the deal right there with that dunk.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fun for us. I'm Corey, and Hiram, who's with me tonight, calling your game.
For Sting TV. We'll see you Friday.
Friday, we got the boys at home with Maple Mountain, and the girls will be away.
Right on.